Okay, I have one more article for you tonight of ICE behaving badly, and this is one that's been making the rounds. But, I want to offer my take on it as well. This is from CBS News. 5-year-old father, 5-year-old and father detained by ICE in Columbia Heights shaking community. And I'm sure you've heard about this. Was he bait? Was he not bait? Well, we're going to find out what actually happened, we hope. All right. School district officials in Columbia Heights, Minnesota say their sense of security is shaken and their hearts shattered after 4 students from the district were recently taken by officers with Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Right, because, I mean, nothing says worst of the worst than detaining children. The Columbia Heights Public School District says 2 children were taken on Tuesday, including a 17-year-old boy on his way to school. He was removed from his car and taken away. I mean, technically, 17-year-olds can already, do the crimes, but yeah, I'm going to say that's not what's happening here. Oh, and by the way, they're now stopping police officers in their car. I would hope that they, based on how chicken shit they are, I'm guessing that these police officers were in an unmarked car, but were wearing their uniforms. Or maybe they were just, taking, that one was taking the other home. Who knows? But anyway, moving on with this article. So, yeah, they're just completely out of control. Then in the afternoon, 5-year-old Liam Ramos was taken with his father while in the driveway after just arriving home from his preschool classroom. School officials say the child was used as bait to knock on the door and ask to be let in, letting officers see if anyone else was home. Which, I mean, I'm sorry, if they were going after the worst of the worst, wouldn't they know who they're going after? Why would they need to use this kid as bait? And the fact that school officials know about this means that they were there. So, again, what the hell? Why detain a 5-year-old? You can't tell me that this child is going to be classified as a violent criminal, said Superintendent Zena Stenvik. The Department of Homeland Security later said that the child was not targeted by ICE, but was abandoned by his father. He was just walked home from school by school officials. How was he abandoned exactly? It said his father fled federal agents as they approached his vehicle, leaving the child. DHS said the father, whom they described as an illegal alien from Ecuador, was later taken into custody as other ICE officers stayed with the child. Again, there was a school official there. The ICE agents didn't need to stay with the child. They're just making shit up so they can look like that they actually care about people. School officials say there was an adult there who offered to take the child, but ICE did not allow that. Of course not, because they want to be cruel. And they're not going to, they want to be cruel, they want to show that they're big boys and powerful, and they're going to just do their own thing and nobody else can tell them what to do. Federal officials said on Thursday that the boy and his father are together at an immigration processing center in Dilley, Texas. Seriously, why Texas? What the hell? Are we trying to make this as hard as possible for families to, first find their family members and then, let them know that, oh, by the way, this person shouldn't be there? I mean, come on. At what point are we going to realize that this is the point? They want to be cruel to brown people. They don't give a shit. Hell, they barely give a shit about white people. They just want to be cruel. An attorney for the Ramos family, Mark Prokosh, and the school district denied that Liam was abandoned by his father. Again, because they were fucking there. Prokosh said Liam and his father entered the U.S. legally from Ecuador, and Liam's father doesn't appear to have a criminal record. Oh, gee, more lies from ICE and DHS? I'm so shocked. How could they lie all the time? I mean, it's almost like it's second nature because they don't actually give a shit about whether people are here legally or not. They're going to get rid of people they do not like. And in this case, that would be brown people. 2 weeks ago, a 10-year-old student in 4th grade was taken by ICE agents on her way to elementary school with her mother. During the arrest, the child called her father on the phone to tell her that ICE agents were bringing her to school. Well, at least the kid called, but I'm pretty sure the father was like, oh, fuck, because there is no way that kid is going to school. The father then came to school to find out that both his daughter and wife had been taken. Oh, the plot thickens. And the fact that I feel bad for the father because he probably has no clue where his wife and daughter are, because of course ICE had the kid tell them that they were taking her to school. I mean, so the father would go to the wrong place. School officials say both children and their parents are being held in a detention center in Texas. They say Liam Ramos' family is following U.S. legal parameters and has an active asylum case with no order of deportation. Again, do you think this government gives a shit? The school officials also say they don't know what happened. They want the public to get involved as this is happening to students all across the state of Minnesota. We are asking to please reach out to your congressional representative to ask for an immediate and peaceful resolution to this occupation, Stenvik said. Please help us and other schools to again be a safe place where all belong and all succeed. So at least this person knows, they understand that this is an occupation. That's good to know. The district also has an immigration lawyer to help figure out how to get the students back to Minnesota. Meanwhile, district officials say ICE continues to hang out around their schools, keeping kids and parents and staff on edge. And like I mentioned in my previous video, today was ICE Out Day, so there were a lot of people who weren't in school, didn't go to work, and businesses were cool about it. They shuttered because they understand that they don't want to endanger their employees. So whether that actually has any effect on anything, don't know. But at least there's that. So that's more from the Gestapo. Let's see here. I thought at first I was going to have 2 articles, but the second article wasn't. So, yeah. We just have this one article tonight. So with that, I will see you guys in the next video.